All right, this is impossible light activity, number one. This is stalking, and this is stalking. And it's also the evidence of mental instability. This is literally a demon-possessed person, and this is an entity representing the geezers, the elderly that can't even walk on their own with edema. They rely on medication, that they need the military, that they're gang stalking with to pay for their housing and all that. These are demons. That's why they're being described in this unapologetic manner. These are vagina monitors, and so is the city of Ontario, okay? Now, the fake sun is over me at this same venue where Kevin is engaging in a battery under the same fake sun that's over me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 7 hours from now, Kevin's going to prison. And Kevin is gang stalking just like the city of Ontario, his co-defendants, his co-workers are right now. This is the stalker over here in the park that's engaging in the pattern of conduct, stalking with the utility vehicle, looking at the grass, pull out a chainsaw, pull out a shovel, pull out whatever you want because it's gang stalking. He's stalking. And this is an establishment, the city hall. It's an identification of the government that is stalking as well. The fake sun is still here in the morning, in the afternoon, and the entity is stalking the military flying over my head at this city hall, which is evidence of the entity that is a bunch of gang stalking demons. Satan doesn't have an age. Satan has vessels of all ages and races, and there's the vagina monitors that are even going into the city hall to engage in stalking me. This is the obsessed population. Gang stalking with the city of Ontario, license plate 8 Mary Jerry Xavier 155. This is again an overweight Latina female that's engaged in the pattern of conduct, and I want you to see the fake sun. This video is about impossible light activity, showing you all the demon possessed that are engaging in criminal conduct. You see how the fake sun is so low and it's covered up, but at the same time you have what is supposed to be sunlight that's touching the building, right? Touching the glass. This is where impossible light is reaching underneath. You saw this morning on inside of the parking garage of Sarah's Regis Group, where they were gang stalking, including the military, the mentally ill, the psychopaths that are going to be putting their own superiors in prison. All right. The gang leaders over the military are going to federal prison, just like the gang leaders over the law enforcement agencies that are gang stalking me, kidnapping, doing so with the military, they're going to prison. All right. This is the P.O.C. and this is impossible light activity. It is not explained away by what is an enduring fake sun, a fake sun that's not going to create this angle of light that's then supposedly reflecting off and creating what is your shadow. This is the ongoing obsession with stalking with light. And in that environment, you have presence, which is accomplishing monitoring, gang stalking. Gang stalking is state action. Gang stalking is what the military is engaging in with the population of stalkers that keep your genitalia under surveillance, go inside of bathroom stalls and stalk you, and do so under the guise of not talking to you, not addressing you, not knowing you. They know exactly what's going on. They know when you're on your period. They know when you're not on your. They know if you're using pads. They know if you're using tampons. They know if you are, if you have diarrhea. They know if you have digestive issues regarding the food that they poison. They're sitting up monitoring you, and stalking with light is a federal offense. And it is the government's criminal activity, the same government that's flying over the city hall. And that is inexplicable, directly relevant criminal activity by the city of Ontario, conspiring murder in the irreconcilable environment where sunlight is never going to be produced. This is not sunlight. It's engineered light. It's the impossible light activity evident for criminal monitoring underway by the government. This is pacing while you see these demons using they're actually pacing. That's literally what's going on. And this is impossible light activity that has nothing to do with this light activity here. These are demons, and this is a demonic environment. This is P.O.C. It's impossible light. All right. If this impossible light, I just want to be clear, is appearing in the shade. And this same crime scene where, by the way, Kevin is committing a battery, just to give you an example of the criminals of the city of Ontario, engaging in what is a battery because he's a documented demon. And walking in the engineer light is the federal offense. This is the P.O.C. and the supernatural, and they sit around acting like nothing's happening. They're going to be committed. All right, this is the pattern of conduct by demons that are monitoring you and under the fake sun in plain view, doing so while you're engaging in what is in that environment. You're recognizing that crime scene, and you're not going to be treated differently because you're a geezer that's demon possessed. You're not going to be treated differently because you are in the custody of minor children or because you have some physical handicap. We also know you have a mental handicap. You're a psychopath. You're a sex offender. You're a stalker, and you do so as a population. And the government is welcoming felons to go inside gang stalking inside. They're going inside of the city hall to cross path with me. This is the entity that's engaging in criminal activity. This is the P.O.C. It is currently 7:57 a.m. And what I'm exposing about the Ontario City Hall is letting you know about every city hall in the state of California. It is a template. This is the P.O.C. It is currently 7:57 a.m. where impossible light activity is the evidence of what none of the demons have to speak of. You're going to prosecute them, and I'm prosecuting the leaders, the terrorist leaders over the military branches that are gang stalking me. This is P.O.C. It is currently 7:58 a.m.